Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Good morning. Thank you for coming back to our second day of the Team Professional Conference. I know it looks a bit different, like I said before, than what it normally is, but I think it's going pretty well so far. So if we want to just do quick introductions around the circle, I'll start. My name is Chelsea Jackson. I'm the program lead for Podium. I started back in January.
Yeah, well, I'm Rajane.
My name's Tristan.
My name is Savon Thompson.
My name's Kevin Jackson.
Hey everybody, I'm Vicki Ryan.
Well, good morning. Yes, I'm Jerry again, and I own a couple of companies. We work in construction, and we handle what's called specialties, and specialties would be things like window treatments, lighting controls, window film, and I've also worked with some teams in the past on business development and business management.
I'm Bree Roberts. I work for VCU in the political science department where I met Vicki. I currently serve as the Podium Executive Board Treasurer.
I'm Beth Davis. I'm really excited to be here. I'm the creative director for the YMCA. I've been there almost 9 years now. I also teach at VCU in the journalism department, graphics for journalism in particular. And I started out wanting to be a writer and discovered design and figured out that was my passion. So I'm kind of proof of you can start one place and end up somewhere completely different and still have a great and rewarding career.
I'm Dorothy Daniels in Atlanta. Yes, thanks for having me. I have been in television for 38 years as a producer, and I recently retired at the beginning of the year. And I produce live shows, I produce newscasts, and I produce tape programs, and met tons of people throughout my career, and it's been beyond my dreams.
First question is, what is your personal definition of success? Do you think there is more than one way to reach success?
My personal definition is learning in every step that you take and never stopping. And that's eventually going to get you to where you need to be. And I think there is more than one way to reach any goal. There's always different experiences for different people that could lead them to either different paths or the same.
If you are simultaneously achieving to reach your own goals and helping others get theirs as well, then you're not only learning to be a team player, but you're also learning that other people's success can also be your own. And as far as getting to that success, there's definitely more than one road. You can start anywhere and still get to where you want to go.
I would say that success is defining what you want and getting to it. And throughout your life, success may look like different things. You might have success in your career, success in your personal life, success with your family, and success. Some people define success by monetary, and I've learned over the years that that's not always the case. Money, yes, you do absolutely. Look, we all need money to survive and get through life, but money isn't always the definition of success.
But for me, success was not so much about how much money I was putting in my bank account every month. It was, am I satisfied with what I'm doing?
Are the experiences you had in high school and college still important to you now?
Yes, because I learned how to manage and maximize my time. I was always busy, like my junior and senior year in high school. I worked, I had school, and then I had extracurricular activities. And then in college, I tried to do the same thing. And my last semester was filled with so much stuff that I had no choice but to figure out like how to write things down, time management, all to a T, and still be social.
When I was in high school and college, I had a lot of humbling experiences. And I would say, one being finally dropping out of college, just, that in and of itself, you feel like you're defeated. You feel like you're full of shame. But I think that's where I began to learn that there's really no shame or condemnation in who you are or where you come from. Whether it happened to you, whether it was a bad choice that you made or whatever, these are the things that make you unique. And the wisdom you gain from that are the things that actually you can use to help others or to propel yourself through successfully. Whether it's getting no sleep or realizing that you actually have to go to class to pass a class, all kinds of wisdom comes out of that.
I had a similar experience too. My first semester in college, when I started, my dad told me that I would fail, that I wasn't smart enough to go. He had absolutely no confidence in me, and he made every point to grade my efforts, and that just pushed me even harder. I wanted to prove him wrong. And at the end of the first semester, I got a 4.0, A's in every class. I wanted him to understand that I was committed to this, and whether he supported me or not, I was going to be successful, whatever success looked like. As we talked about a little bit earlier, success can be measured in a lot of different ways. A little bit later on, I was having health problems in my junior year, and I had to drop out at the end of this, before the semester was over, and I felt like a complete failure. And that summer, I ended up getting a full-time job at a professional theater company. Completely different from my major, wasn't going to help me with my extracurriculars or being able to say, oh yes, I have job experience in this field. I wanted to do something different. And I didn't end up going to the theater, obviously, but I realized I'm going to go back, I'm going to finish my degree, and then I'm going to figure out what I really want to do in my life. So it's never too late to figure that out and to change course if you need to.
For me, what was helpful, I knew what I wanted to do, and being around people, being involved in groups that were going where I wanted to go, kept me motivated, supported me. And I would encourage everyone, if you know where you want to go. For me, it was being a journalist. So I was in the newspaper, I was on a television group. I was always talking to my counselors about what was out there to help minorities get in television. And that really motivated me to keep trying, to keep pushing, to keep going. Especially when, for me, I knew no one in journalism. So getting involved with people who are doing what you want to do can be a great motivator.
What is something you wish you knew before college?
I wish I knew how college worked. So I knew after the first semester, science wasn't going to be for me. And they were like, you have to wait until like the end of the first academic year to change your major. So that put me behind a semester. So that's one thing I wish I knew. I didn't really have that knowledge, or no one was really lending that information to say like, you can change your major during any semester, you know, especially if you want to take classes. Or I wish I knew I didn't have to take.
If I knew that all of my mistakes and character defects and all those things that about myself that I was ashamed of would actually have value in the long term, I don't think I probably would have spent as much time trying to hide them or trying to be somebody else or some kind of nonsense. You know, that we all go through that, I think, where we're ashamed of who we are in some regard. And so we make decisions based on that shame versus based on what we really want to get out of life. And
I would say that maybe college isn't for everybody. I felt like there was so much pressure. My dad had a bachelor's degree, but my mom didn't. So I was the second generation to get a degree. I wish maybe I'd explored something different, and that's okay. Not everyone should get a degree. Not everyone should go to a 4-year university. Maybe you should go and get an associate degree. Maybe you should go into a trade. I think right now you're definitely seeing the need for highly skilled employees. I spent so much time studying and so much time focused on this measure of success that I didn't enjoy the experience as much as I thought I would have. So if I were to go back, I would tell myself, give yourself a break. Obviously, you want to work hard, you want to study, you want to do well in your classes, but enjoy the experience too.